Hi guys, we're back again. Yes, this time we're travelling the line from Preston all the way to Longridge. In fact, this was owned by the Preston and Longridge Railway and it opened in 1840. Unfortunately, they didn't have a terminus in Preston. It was about half a mile out at a place called Deepdale Street, and like I say, it went right to the centre of Longridge and beyond. So in 1846, this was bought out by the Fleetwood, Preston and West Riding Junction Railway. Well, that's a mouthful. They took over this railway and they did have a terminus in the centre of Preston, and so they built an extensive tunnel network to join the two in 1850. They had really ambitious plans here. They wanted to expand this line all the way to Yorkshire, but unfortunately this did not happen. So the passenger services were not amazing here. They did last only till 1930, but the freight did last beyond. In fact, certain sections shut in the 1960s, there was a small section that shut in the 1980s, and there was one that even lasted till the 1990s. So when we explore this line, there will be several stages of dereliction. Right, let's go and check it out. So this land that we're looking at the moment was the original location of the terminus of the Fleetwood, Preston and West Riding Junction Railway. This station was in fact a rather large complex with an engine shed to the right hand side. When this line was expanded, it was pointing in the wrong direction to be of any use to the new service that ran to Longridge, and so unfortunately it was abandoned with a new station built down the line at Mothballed Bridge. The original station and the original engine shed were demolished in 1892 to make way for a curve that connected this line with Preston's main railway station. As you can see here, there's loads of lines going to be feeding our line. In fact, this accommodated all the goods traffic, similar to all the slate and such things that were coming off from the main quarry at Longridge, as well as the other terminals. So here we are on the other side of that triangle, as all the lines meet, ready for our trip. So as I say, that last site was the site of the first station. This first station had nothing to do with this line. This is now the location of Mothballed Bridge Station. I don't think we'll find many clues though, because this opened in, what was it, 1856, but it shut in 1885, so there's been a lot of development since. I do like the oldie world feel about this place. Look at that cracker. Original cast iron. And here we are as we slowly make our way to going underneath Preston. Preston town centre's ahead. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of that. Remember the line we did to Birkenhead Docks? And we had to again go through the middle of Birkenhead, but they didn't want Birkenhead to be seen, so they countersunk it. I feel like I'm deja vuing here. Wow. Look in the undergrowth and look what you find. I didn't think there was any track on this line, so... Oh dear. Starts and then it finishes. Never mind. Oh well. Let's look ahead. Onwards and upwards, eh? So this is what lies ahead. This small tunnel, followed by a very big tunnel called Miley Tunnel, which I believe is very dark and very long. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to be getting wet, because it looks like it's flooded here at the start. So let's do a bit of waddling. Oh no. I knew I should have brought my wellies. Never mind. Just for you guys, yes, I'm going to do it. Well, there's the tunnel we just walked. And this is the tunnel ahead. And look, we're back on track again. We've got track. Apparently there was a freight line here that lasted till the 1980s. So it looks like it's just been abandoned and left in situ. As with all these engineers, they do make mistakes. It looks like we may have been having something collapsing here. Hence these wooden stroke concrete plinths to keep it apart. There we go, looking back and looking forward. This looks like the Black Hole of Calcutta. Or should I say the Black Hole of Preston? Let's check it out. Well, I've been walking for a good 10-15 minutes and we'll finally see the end of the tunnel. Though this isn't a long tunnel, it curves round corners, so I couldn't see this end until literally a minute ago. And we're still not there yet. Right, so here we are at the other end. And as you can see the design here, it was stone for the sides, then they bricked the arch and stones for the other side. So you can see it's pretty old school. But that walk, like you say, it took quite a while. And there should have been a gap in the middle, but it looks like it's been bridged over. So yes, it's pretty long, but also very, very dry. When I do these tunnel walks, you normally get soaked, but no, not a drop of water drop there. Maybe a bit of pigeon poo, but no water. I was just thinking, this would be fantastic, you know, to be making to a cycle lane, you know, going through the village, etc. Because this comes straight from Univille. And so we head onwards. And look, we've still got track. As I say, this was most probably that 1980s track that just wasn't never lifted. Unfortunately, as you can see, we're pretty isolated, so it's an easy dumping ground. My God, I hope I can see track underneath all this rubbish. There should be a station coming up pretty soon as well. Let's check it out. Nice bridge. Old school. Well, that's the chaos I need to get through. Should be very close now to Deepdale Station. Let's see if we can find it. Just every now and then the track reminds you, I'm still here. Don't forget about me. I'm not forgetting about you. Like you say, let's check out for that station. That's what I like about these spring walks. You can still see there isn't any foliage destroying what's here. So hopefully we'll find some nice clues pretty soon. Let's keep checking it out. Well, there's an interesting feature. Seen this nice wall? That looks very old school. I wonder if this is going to lead up to our station. It's just up ahead, according to GPS anyway. Let's check it out. We certainly like a drink around here. Look at all them cans. Look at all those sleepers. Yeah, definitely railway territory coming up. So we've just come under that bridge, and I believe this is the site of where the station will start. Originally starting from up there, from the roadside, came down to feed the track around here. Let's see what clues we can find. Look at the old white brick. That's usually a good giveaway that we're on station premises. Either that or we're pretty close to a signal box. Well, that is very, very railway old school. Yep, I'm sure now we're on the site of the station. Oh, I can see the background. Just behind that foliage. I'll get close up to that, but I think we found another white wall. Yeah, definitely. So I won't be surprised with this for the toilet facilities on the station. It's here, guys. It is here. Someone told me there was nothing left of this, any of these stations, but prove them wrong, eh? You look deep enough, you find the magic. I just found it. And what do? You walk a couple of yards up, and boom, there it is. There's our platform edge. Still got the white bit on the side, cover the back of the station. Bit obscured on the other side, more so because of rubbish. But yeah, this is where the station is. So Deepdale Station does still exist. In fact, this isn't the original station. This was a through station that would join you on to Preston. The original station was a terminus station, which later became a goods shed. I'll explain about that a little later. Right, let's enjoy this magic. Beautiful. I hate it when people say there's nothing left, but here it is. For everyone to see. Nice. Look. Boom. Goes on and on. This is fantastic. For a station that shut so early, this is fantastic. I was going to say there's the end, but no, look, it's still going on. Another section. Oh, I do like this. Excellent. Oh, and the sun's come out. It was raining when I set off this morning. Nice one. There's a lot of railway dereliction on the other side. I'm not sure whether that's railway related, but there's a lot of bricks there, and then it just goes into that chaos that we just walked through. But here, as you can see, the platform is standing, and it still goes on. This is amazing. Thank you. You want any railway clues? Just look around. Everywhere. Right, that's where we're heading next. Let's go. Wow, look at this footbridge. Old school, original railway works. Shame about the light, I hope you can see that. Yes, under all the ivy there is that track. I can just see little glimpses. But yes, as you can see, not a lot of kids are playing around here. It's a bit of an eyesore. It's well boxed in with buildings either side, so although as you can see yourself it's a nice dumping ground, there's not a lot of kids on bikes and anything stupid like that. Very interesting artistry here. OSR, whatever that is. That's looking back. Like I say, we're coming up to a very interesting junction pretty soon, and up to that junction this line was double tracked. Then for the rest of the journey, the branch line, it was single tracked. They were going to double track it because in the very early days they were oohing and ahhing about doing a railway service from Fleetwood all the way to Skipton. Unfortunately that fell through with the omnibuses and the new rail links, etc. But they were certainly thinking ahead by keeping it double tracked. If you look at the side here, you can still see the old school stones, brickworks, etc. But yes, it's certainly kept itself. In fact, I can see that junction ahead, so I'll cut off now and find you a better angle. So here's the track we've just walked. This is now going to come up to a junction, which then has some points in it to take you to a what was now known as Deepdale Goods Shed. But originally that was known as Deepdale Station. That was originally a terminus station for track from this side of the line. It was only at a later stage, when it was bought out by another company, that they built this extra track to go under that tunnel we've just been through to join on with the Preston network. But that was the original route. That was the 1840s or thereabouts. There is a bit of track there. I'll go and have an investigate and see what we can find. Yep, looks like we had two tracks going into this line. I believe it's now a distribution depot. Let's see if we can find any clues on the way. So that's where the track is. Hard to take to high ground here, but yeah, I can just about see the two tracks. Looks like they're coming up to some kind of crossing up ahead. That's where our line's coming from. And that's where it's heading to. As if by magic, at least he kept these things. There's the old level crossing. Bit tatty, but still intact. And can you see the road? Yes, we got the track. Like I say, it goes on and upwards to that goods depot, which does not exist anymore. So here it is from the other side, on that original branch. And that's where it goes to, guys. Like I say, right down to a goods depot. Let's see if we can see any traces of it. So here we're looking at the location of Deepdale's original terminus station. This later became a goods yard, and it's now used for haulage companies. I think the oldie world brick gives it away. Nice. Like you say, this was totally demolished, flattened and made into an industrial estate, but it's just this tiny little clue. After this it then becomes very modern and lost. So we've come back to that junction again. See him in the background? This is the line we're following, remember? And hopefully we'll have a couple of points up ahead. Let's check it out. And just before we leave this section, look how flat this track is. Wow, this would need serious relaying if they were to use this track again. Yep, here's from the goods line, joining our line, coming to head, and also coming to a head up here. It's all still here, it's just like been abandoned. Abandoned Railways of Preston. That's an interesting title. And so, Looks like we're coming to a level crossing here. Yeah, see if I can film that from the other side. Here we are at level crossing from the roadside. As you can see, we've still got 2 tracks. I suspect this was a make-do level crossing to replace the wooden things. Oops. Let's hope nobody's done that. As you can see, this is private land. The guy won't let us on. But we shall be picking it up close to where that building is up there. It's just a straight section of track. And basically, as you can see, it's just been used as a dumping ground. Well, there's that chaos, and you can see the level crossing in the background. And yes, you can see a bit of a railway walk here. It wasn't too bad actually. I did manage to find my way through. So yes, we're back on track. Unfortunately, it's all under this hell. No sign of any track yet. Hopefully we'll pick it up pretty soon. Me and my big gob. Look, there it is. Hiding. Hiding, hiding. Just going that way. Let's keep tracing it, guys. This is looking good. Yeah, can you see it? There she is. Still a bit desolate, but still traceable. Yes, I know, it's chaos. Well, look what we got in front of us. This looks like where the line ends. So maybe this was like a hedge hunt for that Deepdale goods, and it went no further. I believe this shut in the 90s. I haven't got an exact date yet. If I do, I'll put it on the screen. Look at that beauty. Cracker. Absolute cracker. Abandoned. And so our trackless trail continues. I believe we're now going to become a very respectful cycle lane that's going to take us up for a mile or 2. So let's get on. Find this next station. And so we make our way to Longridge. You know, it's that bridge. I'd say that was a double one, you know, even though it's meant to be single. Before we go ahead, I want to show you here on the left is where there used to be some sidings that served a local brickworks. In fact, if you look on the left hand side here, you can see where there used to be a bit of a shunt before it went into the works itself. Old bridge meets new. So guys, around here was the site of the first station at Ribbleton. Apparently it only opened for 3 years between 1863 and 1866. After it closed, I believe it was occasionally used by the local Fleetwood barracks. And as you can see, yes, the line was controlled. That looks like a modern signal as well. Very nice. Notice ahead that the pathway is going up. As it goes up, there's a very old building, and that looks very suspiciously like a station building. So I think we're very close to our next station, guys. Here she is, guys. Here we are at Ribbleton Station. Wow, look at it. I think there's a preservation order on this, you know. Looking really good. Nice. So I expect this gives you a general idea on what designs are used for all the stations on this line. So here is the platform edge. Obviously the original bridge has been filled in. So there's a nice bit of history behind this building. In fact, this station, it had 3 names in total. The first name, it was called Gamma Lane, which was really a mistake because it meant to have named it after the street that's nearby, and it's not Gamma. Then he named it to Fulwood. Then another station got that name, and so they eventually named it Ribbleton, which it retained until it closed. But I believe there's a preservation order on this building, and it is going to be fully restored. So bring it on. So there are some nice clues about industry around here. There was a lot of mills, as you can understand, with this being a textile centre of the world. And they all needed coal, and they all needed shipping of the cotton. So the railways came in very, very handy. I've noticed 3 of these coping stones so far on the trip, which is a good indication that they had good railway networks. I'm sure you can hear the blight that's destroying the nature around us, and that's the M6 motorway, and we'll be crossing over it. Looks like this bridge is a temporary bridge because it wasn't the original railway bridge. Yeah, we're finally over that noisy motorway, and here is the location of Red Scar Rayon Works. It was on this side. This is the one that had the railway linked up to the 1980s. But no traces of it at all, I'm afraid. Yeah, this is strange. So like you say, we've just been following the track, and we've had these edgings literally for the last 2 miles. So we've just passed that works, and it looks like someone built a structure in the way. That was definitely not there railway wise. Yeah, problem solved, don't worry guys. Yeah, it's back again. Apparently it was a bit of a decor to go with the industrial estate it surrounded. But yeah, as you can see, our beautiful wall has returned. Let's move on to the next station. There's the cycle lane, but as you've noticed, it's now become a trail again. That's strange. I thought it was a cycle lane all the way, but let's see where this goes. It looks well wardened. Anyway, so from the look of it, I suspect this line has not seen traffic for a long time. That freight, remember, only went to that car place, further back there. So I expect this went very close to when all the passenger services finished. But there's still a nice trail which I'm following. So let's follow through. Remember, I told you earlier about how this was a single line. I think this was the actual single section. There's not a lot of room through that little space. Well, that's what we walked through. A bit of a landfill here, a bit of a change of use. So as you can see, it's been filled in, made into this private residence. So I think about 2 houses up, we'll hopefully pick up the trail again. Wow, that was a hell of a trek, but yeah, we're through. We're on the other side. So here we are back on trackside again, just passing this nice church. And that's where our next station lies. Let's come find it. Now that is definitely a single line. And there's that nice bridge from the other side, leading us hopefully to our next station. And so we finally make our way here into Grimsargh station. This was the goods line, should I say the goods shed. It was just before the station. As you can see, it's well expanded. So it expanded out to the right. And remember, this is a single platform. Again, it'll be on the right hand side. I'm not sure whether there's any clues, but we'll have a look anyway. So here we are at the site of Grimsargh station. You look at the street name, Old Station Close gives it away. So as you can see, there's some oldie worldy bricks there, so that was most probably access into the goods yard at the back, the one that we've just been looking at. So the railway came through here, along the edge here, and up and beyond. Now on the left hand side here where these new houses are, there was also a private railway that served the local hospital. So it's privately funded in order to get their own resources up to the hospital. But they were never really connected. Well, it's not much of a trail, but it is a trail. This is where the line went. Obviously all these houses on the left hand side have taken over our track bed. Wow, and there she is. Look at that track. I really thought this land had been cultivated. When I saw this on Google Maps, I could not see it. So to actually see the track bed here is absolutely amazing. So as you can see, we're getting to the countryside now. So let's see where this leads us. Now here we can see the route of the private line on the left. So if you skim that fence there, it'll take you to Whittington Lunatic Asylum. This was 2 miles long. It had a station, engine shed. In fact, it had a station on both ends. But like you say, it served passengers and goods. But look at this view. Look at our line now. It's absolutely amazing, you know. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm really glad I found this. let's keep exploring. Well, here's a bonus find. Look at this little bee. Just in the middle of the trees it was. It looks like a mile marker. There's nothing written on it at all, but it looks very unique and obviously very old school. And there will be our final destination, Longridge. But there's a lot of fields to travel before we get there. Battery's pretty low now, so I'll see you as I hit the outskirts of Longridge, yeah? Wow, this trail just goes on and on and on. But I'm sure Longridge will soon be upon us. Have faith, young man. At last. Looks like civilization at last. Wow. I believe it gets a bit urban now, so I'm not sure what we're going to be seeing, but hey ho. Bear with me, mate. And so we're confined to a tiny little pathway. The pathway that used to be the big railway leading into the Longridge. Right, let's see where this goes. Well, that's where the pathway ended up. So our railroad has now become a road. In fact, this is a pretty straight run now, all the way up to Longridge, yeah? So I'll see if I can find any landmarks to point out where the track went. So here's a bit of old history in Longridge, one of the side streets. If I just turn around now, see where them new houses are? That was the line of the railway track. Came up to where that pharmacist is and cross the road. In fact, there looks like there's an old bridge. I'll check it. And that's a positive. That is the bridge that's going to take you into the station approach, station yard and the station itself. So remember, this is the route of the lines. Totally obliterated. So that's where that last bridge is that we just looked at. We came across the road here, and there she is heading towards the station. And there she is. Wow. So you can certainly see we've got a bit of landfill at the moment, guys. We haven't got a valley leading to the station. So what is left of this station, I've got no idea. Let's go and check it out. Well, I've been walking a good 5 minutes now, and I've just been following this corridor, which is literally flush with the line. Hopefully, we'll see signs of this station. Oh, it's so elusive. It's a tease, if anything. So this is strange. Literally, we are at the station approach now, and all I can see is old people's homes, so it's not looking too good. And here is where the station should be. Oh my God. Can you see it? You little gem, you are hiding. Wow, it's there. The station. Oh, come on, this looks fantastic. There she is, guys. The station. It looks well preserved, this. This is a fantastic heritage site. So you can work out yourselves, that's where the trains went through the middle. And with it being a single line, it only needed one platform, I suppose. Wow, let's play homage. Look at this. This is a fantastic termini. It's all the way down. Well done, well done, well done. Let's hope that other dodgy station can be done up just as well. It's like one of those little blueies to keep you safe, as it were. So like you say, although this looks like it's the end of the line, it's not. The line actually went on. We went on to a couple of quarries up ahead. So let's have a quick skim on them, see if there's any track of them. So here we are beyond the station. We're just coming up to the what we call the goods end. So where all these posh houses are now used to be a very big goods yard, serving several wagons, most probably from the quarries which are behind me. We'll be going to see them, or at least where they were, very shortly. Well, as you can see there, we've got a nice straight line coming straight up from the station, and it's hopefully, you can see here, it's a straight line going onto a quarry, but there's also a bit of a curve on the right hand side which is going to a second quarry. So this was like the industrial end of Longridge. So here we are at the end of the trip. So as you can look on that side there, that's the route to one of the quarries, and this is the route to one of the other quarries. Absolutely fantastic trip. So I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I do apologise if I sound a bit hoarse, but hey ho, onwards and upwards, eh? See you next time.